We welcome you back to Astros baseball on SCHN as we get you set for Game 2 of this weekend series between the Astros and Royals tonight at the K. Houston looking to secure a series victory after taking Friday night's opener. Lauren Callender here with you, and as TK and Blummer mentioned, offense was certainly one of the big storylines coming out of Friday's win, but one of the game's defining moments came in the bottom of the 8th. Jeremy Pena doing what he does best in those high-pressure situations. He's the focus of tonight's Toyota Get Out and Play. Bottom of the 8th, bases loaded and 2 outs. Tying run on third, Starling Marte at the plate. He would chop a slow roller to the left side of the mound. Jeremy Pena charged in, fielded it cleanly, and fired to Christian Walker at first to end the inning, preserving the lead and keeping the tying run from crossing the plate. The emotion all throughout the dugout after the play was impossible to miss. And after the game, Pena told me it was simply a play that he anticipated and was able to execute. Manager Joe Espada pointed to that play along with Isaac Paredes' earlier stop on Bobby Witt Jr.'s hard-hit ground ball as 2 game-saving defensive gems. And when you watch Pena defend, you're seeing the value that goes far beyond the box score. And TK, that's what makes great defenders so valuable. In the game's biggest moments, they can change a game with a single play, and Jeremy Pena did just that.
Jeremy Pena gets the lead off tonight on this second game of a 3-game series, facing the lefty Noah Cameron. And Pena, who's been very patient at the plate lately, drew a couple more walks last night, also led off with a base hit, and he takes the first pitch down for a ball. Pena delivers a line drive to left, hits it hard, but hits it right at Lane Thomas. And that is the first out of the inning. Pena never let go of the bat. He did hit that ball hard, but he's out number 1.
Hit that ball at 108.1, so a good swing early. Starting lineup is presented by Whataburger for the Houston Astros. Big man hitting second as he digs in. He is the only player with an OPS over 1,000, has a 200 OPS plus, and if he's able to maintain that, he would be the first full-time DH to get to that plateau of 200 for an OPS plus.
That's quite lofty.
Yeah, considering he would beat his previous number of 188 back in 2022.
84 degrees at game time. Game starting at 6:11 today. There's the lefty Noah Cameron, 26-year-old. You see his numbers on the year, making his 13th start of the year as he faces the Astros here for the first time. Lefty on lefty has never bothered Jordan in his career. In fact, his career numbers are better against left-handed pitching, believe it or not, as good as they are against righties. Jordan, who rarely challenges, thought about challenging that pitch. Instead, he just asked Nate Tomlinson, is that the bottom of the zone? And it's 2-2.
He would have won the challenge.
He is 1 for 1 in challenges, but he is so good, he doesn't even mind a close pitch that goes against him.
You know what's amazing is I almost think that it would ruin the rhythm of his at-bats. He doesn't want to wait for the challenge to pop up on the screen. He just wants to dig back in. He's got an idea. He's got such a good idea of what the pitchers are trying to do to him that he's probably ready to hit without that challenge.
I kind of like that theory because he never leaves the batter's box. He always keeps that back foot in there and maybe, you know, steps out with his right foot, but he never leaves the batter's box. So maybe it would throw off his rhythm. He just wants to dig in and continue to be the best hitter in baseball in 2026. He's the only one in baseball with an OPS over 1,000. That's a slow breaking ball. Actually, it was a changeup at 71 miles an hour, and Jordan almost double clutch before he popped it up to Bobby Witt Jr. for the second out.
It's a borderline eephus pitch.
One way to get Jordan out.
Well, you got to invent pitches. Try and get them.
Cameron was the Royals Pitcher of the Year last year, as voted on by the local chapter of the Baseball Writers Association of America. This year has pitched very well in his last couple of starts, only allowing 1 earned run over his last 2 starts in 13 innings. Christian Walker bats with 2 outs and the base is empty. This is a very different start than last night for the Astros. It was 3-0 after 3 batters last night. Cameron is one of the more dramatic differences in pitching ahead or behind of any pitcher in baseball. This 1-1 pitch is key, whether he gets to 1-2 or 2-1. In this case, he gets to 1-2, in which hitters have a 254 OPS against him. And when he gets to 2-1, that OPS goes up to 837, a difference of almost 600 points.
Wow.
Batters ahead hit 333. Pitcher ahead when Cameron's out there, they hit 119. Just huge differences in numbers. Now we've got an even count at 2-2. Warm night tonight, and we will check out a line of thunderstorms that are rolling through Noah Cameron's hometown right now, as he was born and raised in St. Joseph, Missouri, about an hour northwest of here. There's a ground ball to short. Easy inning for the lefty here in the first.
Bank of America.
Game 2, and this is how the Royals are going to line up. Carter Jensen at the top. Bobby Witt Jr. will be hitting second. Vinny Pasquantino, Michael Garcia, Jack Caglione. Salvador Perez will move from behind the plate to DH. Massey, Lane Thomas gets the start against Mike Burrows. And rounding out that lineup is Cameron Meisner out there in center field.
Mike Burrows on the mound, looking to rebound after a tough outing in his last one. Burrows has struggled here in 3 of his last 4 starts, and actually 4 out of 5 he's allowed 4 earned runs or more. He delivers a strike to start this one. Burrows has never faced the Kansas City Royals in his young career, just like lefty Noah Cameron has never faced the Astros. Burrows going 5 innings in each of his last 2 starts against the Pirates and the A's. Got a total of 16 hits in those 10 innings. And 11 runs, 9 of them being earned. We'll try and rebound today against Kansas City, give the Astros opportunity to win the second game in this series. A ground ball on 2 hops to Jose Altuve, who makes the play on Carter Jensen. That's 1 easy out so far for Burrows. Time to check out the defensive starters for the Astros today. They're presented by Xfinity. Behind the plate with Burrows is Christian Vasquez. The infield has Paredes and Pena on the left side, with Jose Altuve and Christian Walker on the right side. And the outfield is Bryce Matthews in left, Jake Myers in center, and Cam Smith in right. First pitch home is a strike to Bobby Witt. It's 0-1. Bobby Witt Jr. coming in with a 3-game hitting streak. He moved ahead of Jack Caglione for the team leading OPS last night, 797 coming in. He grounds 1 to Jeremy Pena, who makes the play to his left. There's 2 ground ball outs for Burrows. Plummer, it's been well documented the struggles for Mike this year. Nobody of qualified pitchers has a higher OPS against at 881. But you keep anticipating that things are going to get turned around for Burrows, and might as well be tonight with a team that doesn't score a lot of runs, albeit they did come back last night down 9-0. But Burrows had a really good start against the Rangers, a really good start against the Reds, but it hasn't been consistent back-to-back starts that we've been looking for.
Yeah, and you've got to take advantage of situations. You're right about the Royals offense being mediocre as far as some of these slug and batting average numbers, as we've got a challenge right here.
Pitcher's call the ball. The catcher's challenging.
Vasquez trying to get back closer to 50%. He's 21 for 46 on the year, and he's going to go to 22 for 47.
The call's overturned. The count is 0-2.
Well, that's going to help Mike Burrows try and get through this first inning, which has been relatively boring compared to the one we had yesterday. But yeah, you got to take advantage of the opportunity and just go ahead and get after that strike zone against a team that is struggling. If you can command the zone, you should be able to put some of these guys away.
What an inning. 98 pitches yesterday, and today both pitchers go 1, 2, 3 through the first.
2 perfect innings and this celebration begins.
All In, All the Time is presented by Daly and Black. 98 total pitches in the first inning last night. Tonight, 22 pitches, 76 fewer tonight. Yordan Alvarez becomes the 3rd Astro to homer twice in a single inning. Lee May did it in 74. Jeff Bagwell did it in 94. And Blummer, neither starter got out of the first inning. It took 48 minutes and a total of 14 runs combined, the highest total of runs in any inning in the major leagues. this year.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that we do have this graphic because it kind of puts things in perspective. It was truly amazing to watch what was going on in that first inning. But now you start to put some of the numbers to it, the times, the amount of pitches. Unbelievable. And if it wasn't for Cameron Meisner literally running into the third out of the inning, there would have been more. Who knows how many more?
Yeah, we would have been over 100 likely.
Easily.
Unless you get a one pitch out after Meisner was thrown out. But that was one of the crazier innings you'll ever see. And then the other odd part was the game settled down after that.
Yeah. That's why it felt like a doubleheader almost. The first inning was a game in itself.
Crazy night here in KC. Astros prevailing 10-8. Game stayed 9-5 all the way until the bottom of the 8th inning when the Royals scored 3 and almost scored the 4th. But you saw that play made by Jeremy Pena that Lauren talked about pregame. Matt Quatrero, looking on for Kansas City, knew he didn't want to go to his bullpen in the first inning, but he had no choice with his starter throwing a major league high 49 pitches in the first inning. No pitcher had thrown more pitches in any inning this year in the major leagues. 3-2 the count to Isaac Paredes. Isaac only one hit on this road trip as he bounces one off his leg. He has drawn 3 walks, and he'll take some time to feel a little better after that foul ball. Joe Espada will walk out there with head athletic trainer Eric Velasquez to give Paredes a little more time to walk that one off.
Cutter in, hits it off that left shin. Get that to cool off a little bit before he digs back in.
Isaac wearing a couple of bruises on this road trip. He was hit by an overthrow by Zach Neto in that game in Anaheim.
Yeah, he's been a magnet. Pain. I'm kind of jealous
about the amount of time he gets.
Well, that and like he gets all the attention. Like I found so many baseballs off the front of my foot, and not one of my managers ever came out.
One time in your career?
Not one time. They were just like, dude, get over it. Get back in the box. I'm like, man, I want some love.
You needed a Joe Espada and Eric Velasquez.
I didn't realize I needed a hug till now.
You're going to have to work through this. 3-2 pitches, hooked foul. Not one time did they give you love.
No.
Not a different
And the trainer
organization.
just kind of was like, give me like the head tilt, like really? Really? Just get in the box.
Man. Tough love. This ball into center, playable for Cameron Meisner.
Oh,
what happened? What just happened?
He absolutely clanked it.
I mean, Paredes started to take a turn.
Paredes was almost back to the pitcher's mound, going back to the dugout.
Because he didn't want to run hard after that foul ball off his leg, so he was basically turned around heading back to the dugout when that ball was dropped. He had to make a U-turn on the infield.
Oh, that was, yeah, just off the heel of the glove.
Wow. Okay.
Fans are not happy.
Jose Altuve taking a strike. That's probably the easiest scoring decision in the major leagues this year. That's an EA.
That was a good call.
Tuve last night went 1 for 4 with a walk, tries to bunt his way on and bunts it foul, and now it's 0-2.
Watching poor Isaac meander back to first base. I think he's still feeling that foul ball.
I mean, you want to be on base, but he was ready to go back to the dugout.
You're right.
Get a little treatment on it.
You are 100% correct. Remember when they used to have that freeze spray, that ethyl chloride or whatever it was?
Is that done now?
I think it was punching a hole through the ozone. And they shut that down.
You don't see it ever again.
No, they just come out there, spray that stuff on there, and go get him, kid. And about 30 seconds later, you'd be in the same pain you were before.
Ooh, what do we have?
That's the
for the
for the bats.
Altuve down in the count 1-2, and he takes one up for a ball 2-2. Astros start the night with a record of 32-39. Trying to get back to 6 games under 500 with a win. Ground ball slowly hit back to the pitcher Cameron. They will step on the bag and turn 2 on Jose. So the error wiped out on a comebacker to the mound.
Back to that fly ball to center, routine fly ball. You could see Isak maybe disappointed about having a hurt shin, but he started to head in and then realized he had to go to first. So that was a unique route to first base.
Now Cam Smith, the batter, taking a strike.
Well, I think we figured out in the first 10 innings that we've been here in Kansas City, you can't assume anything.
That's true.
It's been weird.
It's been a strange series for sure. The wind is definitely not a factor today, at least now.
Oh, wow.
But when the front starts to come around,
yeah, like around batting practice it was howling, but today, I mean, right now it's nothing. You're right.
There's a flood watch in effect.
I saw it worse.
What'd you see?
Tornado watch.
Flood and tornado watch.
Yeah.
I got them both. So yeah, it's not a matter of if it's going to rain before the end of the broadcast.
When?
It's a matter of when.
Yeah.
And we're thinking right now might be closer to 8-ish.
Yeah, I would say if you put the over under around 7:45, I'm taking the over.
Okay.
Hopefully.
1-2 to Cam Smith. Checks his swing on a pitch down. No swing, says Jacob Metz. It's 2-2.
See that Noah Cameron works quick. Likes to control those at bats like you're talking about, TK. Gets ahead, can go to some of that off speed. Tie these guys up with 91, 92 miles an hour. He can cut it, sink it, four seam it. We've seen a couple of different speeds on that changeup, which I'm going to try and keep an eye on throughout the rest of the game. He threw a changeup to Jordan at 71 miles an hour, averages right around 79, 80 with that changeup.
So he did almost eephus the pitch to Jordan.
And he threw a changeup to Isak in his at bat. It was 76, 77 miles an hour.
Now Cam with a 3-2 count. And playing in his 71st game, tied for the team lead in games played with Jordan and Christian Walker. It's this ball towards right, shallow, coming on Jack Caglione. Looks into the sunshine and makes the play for the final out of the inning. One error in the inning, but it was a race on a double play. We head to the bottom of the second, scoreless.
It's Jack Nicklaus and Nick Faldo. Catch the Pros Show, premiering Sunday, June 14th at 5 p.m. TK.
All right, Lauren Callender filling in for Julia Morales for this road trip. As we head to the bottom of the second inning, Michael Garcia leading off. Second pitch a strike after the first pitch is a strike. Normally when Julia's on the broadcast, Blummer is our resident weather expert, and he usually fulfills that role rather well. But we have Lauren Callender with us, and she's a former weather person from San Angelo, Texas.
This is perfect.
Did weather in San Angelo.
Well, guys, I use that term loosely. I was the morning anchor, but it was San Angelo, so sometimes I had to fill in. Luckily, it's hot and dry in West Texas throughout the summer, so I didn't have to do much. But yeah, some clouds are rolling in. We'll see when the rain follows.
What do you have for us? Is it similar to what Blummer said, around 8 o'clock, we're thinking?
You know, originally when I checked this morning, it said around 6, but I'm seeing 8:30, so we'll get through a few innings here, I think.
Seeing lots of yellows and reds and some purple. That's not good, right?
Yeah, not good.
I don't think I've seen that. Yeah, I mean, not wherever I've been, I've never experienced the purple on the radar. I don't think.
Chicago, Blummer, purple, snow.
Oh, yeah, nope. I avoid Chicago in wintertime.
Same.
Yeah.
Mike Burrows with a called third strike, picking up his second strikeout, getting Garcia looking. Michael down for the first out of the second.
That was 97.
Ooh.
Burrows maybe on a little bit of a mission, like we were talking about, attacking this offense. A good pitch. Some noise at the bottom of the UTMD Anderson strike zone at 97.
I hope he's on a mission.
Yeah.
Because we really haven't seen the Burrows that we thought we would see, especially we saw him this spring. We're like, this guy's going to be really good in 2026, and it just hasn't played out that way so far in his first 13 starts. This ball hit hard but foul, and it's 1-1. Some of it could have been chalked up to bad luck early in the season, but lately the home run ball has been getting him. 9 home runs over his last 5 starts allowed. Oh, that's nice. Got Caglione way ahead of that changeup.
And that's the combination that you want to see. You want to see that changeup be set up. He did it with the slider, getting Caglione to get the head out and yank a couple of pitches down that right field line with authority, and all of a sudden you pull a string and he can't get to it. Try it again.
I don't mind him trying again.
Oh.
Good job by Caglione to lay off. It's 2-2.
Well, isn't that the thing? You've got to see if the hitter will adjust. And if he doesn't adjust, you keep attacking it. Now he's got 97 in the tank waiting if he needs it.
Missed in, and now the count's full. Caglione went 0 for 5 last night with 3 strikeouts. He was retired more times in one game by the Astros pitching staff than the Rangers in that 3-game series combined. Burrows, after getting ahead 1-2, then walks Caglione with the next 3 pitches. That'll be the first base runner for the Royals. Salvador Perez, the batter.
And that walk wasn't the sequence, it was just the execution, that's all.
Salvi had an 0 for 13 going before last night and snapped that with a 3 for 5 night. Takes a pitch off the plate. That's 4 in a row missed by Burrows. Try to get a chase and no swing. Now Perez ahead of the count 2-0. Burrows has been a little bit better away from home than he has been at Dyken Park. The Dyken Park ERA is elevated at 7.25 compared to 4.34 on the road. Part of that has been, for whatever reason, he's had better command on the road. Usually you have better command in the place you're comfortable with, your home park, but he has 20 walks in fewer innings at home. That was just his 9th walk allowed on the road this season in 2 2/3 more innings. Two and 1 the count to Salvi. Runner goes. The pitch is swung on and fouled back. Caglione 3 for 4 in the stolen base category this year. Astros coming in 32 and 39, both the top 2 teams in the American League West losing earlier today. Seattle dropping a game to the Nationals on the road, and the Rangers losing in Boston. Seattle now 2 games over 500, still in first place. The Rangers 2 games under 500. Rangers have fallen behind the A's in the division. The Astros trying to get a little closer to 500 with a win tonight. Second straight full count for Burrows. Caglione might be off. There he goes, and the pitch is grounded. It's going to stay fair. Paredes behind the bag will use the grass with a bounce throw, and Caglione does a nice job going from first to third on that ground out.
Paredes did his job, got the out. Just credit Caglione for running with his head up, seeing where the ball was at, and gaining an extra 90 feet. That second out recorded on the backhand. Paredes knew he had plenty of time with Salvador running.
Now a runner on third with 2 outs, and Michael Massey the batter. Massey takes one up and away, ball 1. That one's grounded foul. And the count's 1 ball and 1 strike. One out walk. Only base runner Burrows is allowed here to the first 7 batters. As he is the 7th hitter that he's facing. He gets ahead 1-2. Royals losing 3 in a row coming into today. They still have a winning record in June. Overall, they're 28-42. Same record as the Angels, tied for the worst in the American League. Astros only needed to throw 8 pitches in the first inning in a 1-2-3 first. Royals making him work a little bit here in the second inning. Pitch down, evens at 2-2. A lot of deep counts in this inning. That's the 3rd consecutive full count for the Royals. Blocked by Vasquez, keeping the runner at 3rd.
He's pulling a couple of those change-ups, just holding on a little too firm. He's had him set up for some good change-ups, just hasn't gotten to the location that he wants. Goes back to the sequence has been good, but the execution maybe just lacking just a little bit. He's still showing good stuff.
Ace hit into right field. Massey with the first hit of the game for the Royals. Scores the first run of the game for Casey. It's 1-0 on the RBI by Michael Massey.
Well, with those misses with the changeup, Massey able to get back in the count and got a fastball he could handle. Even though it was 97 at the bottom of the zone, he was able to get the head out on it and get it through the infield for that RBI base hit.
With a lot of pitches already on Burrows here in the inning with 25 pitches thrown only to 4 batters. Josh Miller is going to go out and give him a little breather here on this warm Saturday. Massey's been one of their hottest hitters since the end of May with an OPS over 1,000 during that stretch. Now Lane Thomas will bat. Thomas, one of 4 righties in the lineup tonight for Matt Quatrero. First pitch down and away, 1-0. That's lifted to right towards the corner. Long run for Cam Smith. He is near the wall. He jumps up and he makes another great catch. Cam Smith continues to play stellar elite defense in 2026. What a play by Cam to end the inning.
1-0. It could have been worse if it wasn't for Cam Smith playing another brilliant right field on a road ballpark. Had to check out that wall. Wasn't sure when to leap, but had to keep his eye on the wall, eye on the baseball. Kind of a tough sun right now, rattled around a little bit, but he stuck with it. But that was a great play to pick up Mike Burrows. That's some extreme appreciation from Mike.
It's not quite the Spencer Arrighetti reaction. I mean,
that's not easy.
No, because as you said, it's a different ballpark that he's used to, and there's a corner there that there's no foul territory there in that corner. It goes from the foul pole, and then short of that is foul territory, but there's no foul territory where the foul pole is. You're basically in that corner there, so he had no idea how far he had to go.
And off the bat, he probably thought he was going to end up in the wall, but the wind kind of pushed it a little bit back towards the playing field a little bit. So that's kind of why it looked like he leapt a little bit too early. But man, that was a tough play between the elements and the different ballpark.
Jake Myers pops up. Here's Bryce Matthews fouling one back. Bryce had a big swing last night, helped the Astros in that 10-8 victory get a little breathing room in the 9th inning as he hit one deep to left field, all the way out by the Hall of Fame club in left field beyond the bleachers. The Astros' second pinch hit home run of the season. Right underneath that Coca-Cola sign is basically where it landed, I think.
Yeah, that was a bomb. A little cutter that stayed kind of on that inner third. He just dropped the barrel on it. Needs a new stick because that previous cutter was in off the plate, broke his bat.
That's probably the one he hit the home run with.
Yeah. Darn it.
Hang on it. 0-2 to Bryce as he bats here with one out after Jake Myers popped up to start the inning. Astros down 1-0 on the only base hit of this game so far. A vastly different start to this one. Bryce stays alive 0-2. Matthews on this road trip. 3 for 7 with that home run last night. Road has been better in both of the 2 seasons for Bryce so far in his young career. Takes one down and in, 1-2. There's one of those changeups, and that's more closer to where you were thinking his average should be.
Yeah, 78 miles an hour on that changeup. It's been a good pitch for him.
On the ground to short, Bobby Witt will charge. Throws out Bryce Matthews for the second out. Time now for our Chevy Stroh poll. We mentioned a lot of the players on the off day went to the Negro League Museum. Which of these players from the Negro Leagues do you think is the most iconic? A. Satchel Paige, B. Josh Gibson, C. Cool Papa Bell. Send your votes to @SpaceCityHN. Use the hashtag Stroh poll. Bob Kendrick hosting some Astros players and coaches on the off day. We always appreciate when we get a chance to go over that iconic museum. So which of those 3 players is the most iconic? There's a ball fouled away, and Christian Vasquez down to the count 0-2.
What's great is you can go to Baseball Reference now and look up those numbers. A lot of those players weren't in that Baseball Reference website until recently, and I feel like last time we talked to Bob, he was pushing to get them on there, and now they're on there. So you can look up all those stats if you want to really investigate that Chevy Stroh poll, or just be in awe of what they actually accomplished.
Satchel, very late in his career, would get to the big leagues.
Yep.
Not the same for Cool Papa Bell or Josh Gibson.
Which would have been fun to watch.
Oh, I mean, the legends theory stories about Josh Gibson and Cool Papa Bell for that matter, but different types of players. But the sheer power for Josh Gibson.
Incredible.
Yeah, so look up some of those numbers if you want. Those are incredible numbers. 2-2 to Vasquez. He hits the ball pretty well down the line, but he hooked it. And it's still a 2-2 count.
Quick on that changeup. Cameron work. Go ahead.
Cameron's been stingy allowing hits lately, and doing so again tonight. As he is not allowed to hit first time through the lineup, gets a pop up into left field. And that is caught by Lane Thomas for the final out. 1-2-3 inning for Cameron. He's faced the minimum through 3.
Astros fans can stream Space City Home Network directly with SCHN Plus. No cable or satellite needed. Log on to SCHNplus.com to purchase the app directly. Already have Space City Home Network through a participating cable, satellite, or streaming provider? Well, you can download the app to access the content at no additional cost. TK?
All right, Lauren, thank you. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Number 9 hitter Cameron Meisner will lead things off. Cameron's done a nice job since joining the Royals. 3 hits in 5 at-bats and has driven in 3 runs. He spent most of his season at AAA Omaha this year, where he's having a good year. Former Tampa Bay Ray the last 2 seasons. Now in his first year playing with the Royals, takes a pitch off the plate for ball 1. Burrows really had to work last inning after a very efficient first inning. Misses down and in is 2-0. Burrows threw just 8 pitches in the first inning. Ball hit well down the right field line, and it is hooking foul. Home run distance, but a little quick for Meisner. 8 pitches were followed up by 27 pitches in the second inning, so he'll look for a more efficient inning here in the third. Astros and Royals split the season series last year, each team winning 3 games apiece. Off the end of the bat against the shift, and Jeremy Pena has a tough play. Meisner's going to be safe. Jeremy did everything he could, but that ball was in no man's land on the left side of the infield.
He really did do everything he could. He was playing him up the middle, and that was a good pitch from Burrows. Kind of pulled the changeup a little bit, but off the end of the bat, kind of nubbed. But with the distance, Pena had to go in the speed of Meisner. He didn't have a chance, but he made it extremely close. You could see how far out in front Meisner was.
Meisner will have to be watched at first. He had 11 steals and 12 attempts at AAA this year. Royals do like to put pressure on you defensively with the stolen base game. Pitch home is a strike to the leadoff hitter Carter Jensen.
Now, we found out yesterday that Meisner sure likes to run. And into the third out in that first inning to mercifully end it.
Now Burrows ahead 0-2. Meisner talking it over with Damon Hollins, who celebrated a birthday yesterday. Other coaching birthday today for the Royals. Their pitching coach Ryan Sweeney celebrating his 52nd birthday today. Burrows wants Meisner to know he's aware of him. There's Sweeney.
Yeah, ex-teammate Brian Sweeney. Played with him in 2006 in San Diego.
Did you?
Yep.
Got a lot of KC Sweeney connections.
Yeah, that is true. And San Diego connections, yeah.
Spike used to work the broadcast and was a former player here.
Yep.
Ground ball right side. Walker to second for 1. Pena the turn to Burrows covering. Couldn't find the bag. Not sure if it mattered. Good try by Mike to get over there in time, but reaching on the fielder's choice is Carter Jensen.
Yeah, that would have been a tough turn. It always is, but a good play by Christian going to his right, giving that feed to Jeremy Pena. You can see Mike Burrows breaking off the mound, going straight to the bag. Pena tried to lead him there, just never really got to that bag. And I agree, Carter Jensen moving pretty good down that line would have been tough.
So Jensen reaches for Bobby Witt Jr. Takes a pitch down for ball 1.
I was a teammate of Mike Sweeney, but not at the big league level.
All the way
T-ball.
Yeah, T-ball guy?
T-ball. T-ball until we got to high school.
Wow.
Yep.
Could you tell back then?
Yeah. No, he was really good.
I would assume he pitched too.
He was catcher pitcher. Yeah. Had a great arm. Could always hit. Came here to Kansas City and became an all-star. Great.
Two-0 pitch is a check swing, but a called strike. It's 2-1 on Bobby Witt Jr. Bobby's played in every game this year for the Royals, all 70. Tied for the team lead in home runs with 9. Third on the team in RBIs. They have a bunch of guys right around the same spot in RBIs. Carter Jensen, who's on first base, leads the team with 32. Vinny Pasquantino has 31. Bobby with 28. Salvi Perez with 26. Michael Garcia with 25. Another strike. Witt now with a 2-2 count.
That's where you'd like to see Burroughs bear down and make a pitch in that 2-strike count.
Bobby grounded to Pena his first time up. Punches one to the right side, and that'll find some open grass in front of Cam Smith. Not hit hard again by the Royals. A couple of soft serve base hits in the inning, but it's first and second.
Exactly right. Not hit hard at all. Just located beautifully off the end of the bat. Really went outside the UTMD Anderson strike zone to go get that slider. Almost as if Burroughs was just trying to waste one there, and Bobby Witt somehow finds a way to poke it out there into right field.
Vinny Pasquantino, the batter. And he struck out his first time up, one of 2 strikeouts for Burroughs. First pitch a strike.
Nice block by Vasquez right there. Oh, skipped way out in front. Almost framed it up. Slider in the dirt. Vasquez knew exactly where that thing was going.
Into center, that'll be down for a hit. Coming around third will be Carter Jensen. He'll be waved home. He'll score. And the Royals take a 2-0 lead on the RBI single by Pasquantino. Now tied for the team lead with 32 RBIs.
This is crazy. That was a changeup off the outside edge, and Pasquantino able to extend the arms and drive that up the middle. Burroughs has got to be a little frustrated. That pitch came in at 85 and left at 89. So, like you said, not getting hit hard, just the GPS is dialed in.
And the first 2 hits in the inning were 61.5 and 60 miles an hour.
Man.
They all count the same, but not a lot of hard contact against Burroughs in this inning, but he's given up a run and now has first and third with 1 out.
Some frustrating base hits on pitches that aren't even in the zone. Can't even say they were mistakes.
Michael down in the count 0-2. Garcia struck out looking his first time up.
Outfield arms are presented by Lone Star College. Cam Smith is red out there in right field. Matthews has got a pretty good arm too. Picked up a big assist in that game in Anaheim. Jake Myers, they're going to run on him.
Pitch gets by Vasquez. After all those great stops, Vasquez lets one go that was very catchable. That'll score a run to make it 3-0.
Vasquez frustrated with himself. Looked like maybe a slider that backed up a little bit. He wanted it down and away, but that one just stayed up and in, and he wasn't able to get all the way there, tipping off the glove to the backstop, allowing that run to score.
So it's 1-2 on Garcia now with a runner on second. Ball third, strike, and Garcia's going to challenge.
The pitch was called a strike. The batter's challenging.
Michael is 10 for 15 on challenges this year. ABS powered by T-Mobile shows you he's now 10 for
The call is
16.
confirmed. Kansas City has 1 challenge remaining.
And now Garcia down looking for the second time tonight. They ruled out a pass ball, Blummer?
Yes, they did.
That'll be
Yep.
pass ball, scoring the third run of the night. Jack Caglione, the batter, he walked and scored a run his first time up. First pitch off the plate, ball 1. Pulled the string on him there to even up the count. Royals lead 3-0. Ending 2 in the inning with not one hard hit baseball. It's down 2-1. Definition of a hard hit baseball is 95 miles an hour or better with the exit velocity. The Royals' hardest hit baseball is 88.7 this inning.
Damn.
Now Burrows falling behind Caglione, 3-1. Shaq has been red hot in the month of June, even though the Astros helped shut that down last night, hitting .457 in the month despite his 0 for 5 last night. Pitch timer violation against Burrows. That'll be the second walk he's allowed, as that was a 3-1 count when he committed the pitch timer violation. So now Salvador Perez. The changeup 0-1. In the air towards that same corner where Cam Smith was last inning. Can he find this one? That's going to be foul. Cam wanted to make another great catch. He just ran out of room.
Yeah, it's a tough wall too. I mean, it's 7 or 8 feet high, so you've got some decisions to make if you're a corner outfielder here at Kauffman Stadium. But I think the way this inning's going, Cam really wanted to either go through the wall or up and over it to try and make the play for Burrows.
After 27 pitches last inning, this will be the 27th of this inning. And Perez fouls it to stay alive. Salvi hitting number 6 in the lineup. It's not been a typical Salvador Perez season, hitting just .205 with a .589 OPS coming in. Does share the team lead with 9 home runs. Staying alive on some 2-strike swings, just getting enough. Got him. Burrows strikes out Perez to end the inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 4 in the game, but the Royals score 2 to lead it 3-0. Tigers from June 15th through June 17th. That'll be a Monday through Wednesday series at Lincoln Park. Get your tickets now at astros.com/SGT. Could have some interesting pitching matchups in that series. Joe Espada saying he'll name his rotation for that Tiger series tomorrow. And we think we'll see at least one former Astro.
Yep.
Whether it's Framber Valdez and Justin Verlander, or Justin Verlander will get one more rehab start. It'll only be Framber. Remains to be seen. I think it's up to JB. He would be in that series.
100%. You know he does. He would love to come back.
But it is not Verlander's call. And the Tigers make that decision, I'm sure, tomorrow as well, as they get ready to head down to Houston for that series. They're currently playing the Guardians. Bad news for Cleveland today.
Oh, man. Well, bad news for the Guardians, yes. Bad news for baseball also.
This ball hit sharply, but at the second baseman, Michael Massey. That's the first out.
Jose Ramirez is going down with that hamate injury. What's on tap?
Lauren will tell us.
It's on tap, presented by Lawnmower Blonde. Hey, one trend we've seen from Yordan Alvarez over the years is just how dangerous he becomes in the month of June. Entering tonight, he's hitting .444 over the first 10 games of this month with a 1341 OPS. And as impressive as that sounds, it's actually not out of character. Back in June of 22, he hit .418 with a 1346 OPS. And when you look at his numbers since that season, you saw him right there. June has been consistently his best month by a wide margin, significantly better than his already elite production the rest of the year. I asked Joe Espada about those numbers today. He said some players simply reach a point in the season where their timing clicks and their rhythm takes over, and Yordan's one of those players who just knows how to capitalize. He also said his ability to stay healthy and maintain his routine is something to look at, but what we're seeing right now is elite production, and all of these opposing teams know he's capable of changing the entire complexion of a game with just one swing. TK.
He had 9 home runs this June and a .444 batting average, as Yordan had a record-setting night last night with those 2 home runs and 6 RBIs in the first inning. Also picked up a single. Well, Cameron, who's been pretty much around the plate tonight, is now 3-1 on Yordan. Cameron is not allowed to hit to the first 10 batters he has faced. Is not allowed to walk either. Only runner that reached was an error on Cameron Meisner. Yordan bloops one into center, and he's going to reach with a base hit. That is not your typical Yordan Alvarez smash single, but he'll take it.
Every time. That's how you hit 300 plus, is being able to get the hard hit base hits as well as the softly hit base hits. Obviously, he'd like to do a little bit more damage, but gladly take that base hit as he smiles about it with Dave Clark. And when you're playing defense against Yordan, you basically have to play with your back against the wall.
Now a 20-game on base streak for 44.
Probably got down to first base and looked at Dave Clark and goes, "That's how you used to hit him." I'm messing with Dave.
But the players love messing with Dave.
Oh, they do. He takes it and he gives it. He's one of those old school throwback types where he loves to get that good little ribbing every once in a while, have a good time out there. He was my first base coach for a while too, and also was an interim manager when I played here with Houston. So
that's right.
Got a great relationship with Dave Clark, as long as he's not trying to rip my hand off. One of the firmest handshakes of anybody on the planet.
Pitch off the plate, 2-1. Noah Cameron hasn't had many base runners to deal with, but he's got a runner on first here with 1 out.
Well, he's falling behind in these counts too to these hitters, and that's where you can do damage against Cameron.
Christian Walker fouls one right back above Buddy Blummer by about a foot.
Man, that was close.
Had it lined up though.
Yeah, I was ready for it. It was definitely coming in hot.
There was no backing off. You were going for it.
No, got to. Just chested up. Knock it down, throw him out.
That ball's hit well to left field. Back goes Lane Thomas. He'll watch that one go. Christian Walker connects on a 2-run home run. Astros now down 3-2 on Walker's 18th home run of the year.
What a great swing. That curveball's been good for Cameron, but it came right back to the middle part of the zone. Walker laid back on it and hit a rope into that Astros bullpen as he gets 2 back with 1 swing. That means Skywalker in flight. Kind of a cloudy evening delight.
2 hits and 2 runs for the Astros as Walker scores Yordan Alvarez, who singled in front of him.
It's nice of Yordan to leave a couple of stakes out there for Christian Walker to go get.
Yeah, Yordan was the first one in the American League to 50 RBIs, doing so last night in the first inning. Now Walker with 51 runs batted in. Nick Kurtz also has driven in 50 runs. He did that last night for the A's. A bomb of a home run. So Walker now with 18 home runs and 51 runs batted in as we play game number 72 on the season. Isak trying to get it going. He has just 1 hit on this road trip in 14 at bats. Has drawn 3 walks during that time. Uses timeout here with a count of 1-2 on Cameron. The 7th home run allowed by Noah this season. That's a little cue shot that spins to the second baseman Michael Massey for the 2nd out.
There's that swing from Christian Walker on our Mattress Firm Supermo. Good recognition and just stepped on it. Came off the bat pretty hot, 108.9.
What was Brian Abreu attempting to do with that? Was he trying to catch it or was he running away from it? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I couldn't tell either. He was on the move.
Definitely on the move. That was only the 2nd home run allowed by Cameron in his last 9 starts. The other one was the lone hit he allowed at Cincinnati.
The pitch was called a strike. The batter's challenging.
Jose Altuve has a lot of overturns this year in the ABS system, 9 of 13, and he's now 10 of 14.
Call is overturned. The count's 2-0.
He's got to have one of the toughest zones in the league, doesn't he?
For an umpire?
Yeah.
But he knows it.
Thank goodness.
Yeah,
he definitely has a good feel for it. That one was well out of the zone.
And now a challenge from Carter Jensen on the 2-0 pitch called a ball.
Pitch is called a ball. The catcher's challenging.
Jensen's about 50-50 this year, 17 for 33 as a catcher. And he's now 17 for 34.
Confirmed. Kansas City's out of challenges.
KC out of challenges in the 4th inning. And the Astros still have 2 remaining.
Interesting timing and choice.
Nobody on.
2-0 count.
Altuve swinging 3-0, grounds one into center field for a base hit. Jose's 2nd hit of this series. And he's a 2-out base runner for the Astros.
It's got to feel good for Tuve. Not going to wait around. Got a center cut fastball and just shot it right back up the middle.
How about Noah Cameron? Once he gets deeper into games, usually advantage hitter.
2nd time through is where they get him, and that's what the Astros have done. 2 singles and a home run in this inning against Cameron, adding to those numbers.
The weird part is he flips it 3rd time.
Yeah, go figure.
Cam Smith taking on Noah Cameron all the way, and he's down in the count 0-2. Astros scoring 2 runs in the inning, have all 3 hits here in the 4th. Ball popped Fallon out of play. Storm is now about 60 miles away.
Clouds. That scene is getting a little bit darker around Kauffman Stadium.
One of those kind of games too where you know the weather system's coming. You're not sure if you're going to play all 9. You might as well try and get the lead when you can, just in case it's a shortened game. As Cam goes down on strikes here, Noah Cameron picks up just his first strikeout of the game for the final out of the 4th. Astros get 2 on the Walker home run. It's 3-2.
Who are the only 2 Astros left-handed hitters besides Yordan Alvarez to have 95 or more RBI in a single season? Guys, we had everyone stumped down here before the game, but one clue, it's not that hard. Don't overthink it.
Thank you, Lauren. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning and a pop-up. If it stays playable, it's out number 1. Isaac Paredes drifting into foul territory. Peña's also there. And Isaac,
what a play.
Just reached out and found it with a basket catch. Jeremy's like, how'd you do that? He deked all of us. It looked like he had it, and then he spun the glove around and found the ball. Jeremy's like, I don't know how you did that.
I think he surprised himself. Isaac went over there, might have overran it a little bit, but just swipes back and snatches it out of midair.
Hello.
That's how you draw it up. A little glove flip for the show.
Done. No pitch up to Lane Thomas for a ball. It's 1-0. Thomas flied out to Cam Smith on a nice play to end the 2nd inning. And he sends this deep to left field, and Thomas knows he got enough of that. That is into the fountains into left field. Lane Thomas with his 3rd home run of the season as he crushes one to the fountains in left center.
Yeah, that ball was hit extremely well. We now know the distance to get into that fountain is 432 feet. There's a center cut fastball.
18th home run allowed this year by Burrows. He came in tied for 2nd most in the major leagues this year. Now he'll face Cameron Meisner. Now a 4-2 Royals lead. They have scored each of the last 3 innings. Soft contact scoring 2 runs last inning, but nothing cheap about that run for the Royals. There's a strike. Eisner squibbed one to the left side of the infield for a hit his first time up. Starting to talk a moment ago. First of all, the Thomas home run. Starting to talk a moment ago about Jose Ramirez. The Astros will see the Tigers and the Guardians in the next homestand. As Meisner goes down on strikes, that is a big blow, as you said, Blummer, not only to the Guardians but to all of Major League Baseball.
And Jose Ramirez going out with that left hamate injury. He's going to have surgery and go on the injured list.
Travis Bazzana also left that game after running into the wall. That ball's hit down the right field line. Carter Jensen's going to have extra bases. Cam will dig it out of the corner. Jensen has his 12th double of the year. He's a 2-out base runner for KC. Sorry, it's Chase DeLauder who ran into the wall and sustained a right rib cage bruise today and had to leave the game for the Guardians. So they had a couple of starters leave the game in their 3-1 victory over the Tigers. Tigers have been playing better baseball, but Wood has now dropped a couple in a row. This ball grounded to third. Paredes backs up on it a couple of steps and makes the play on Bobby Witt Jr. to end the inning. A couple of extra base hits, one of them being a home run by Lane Thomas, making it a 4-2 game. PHN is brought to you by Gallery Furniture. Buy your furniture today and Gallery Furniture delivers free tonight. By Bravo Nissan in Baytown. We are champions. We are Bravo. And by Frontier Utilities. Low price electricity and more. Today is game number 500 in the career of Jake Meyers, as he leads off for the Astros here in the 5th inning. Made his big league debut on August 1st of 2021 and today plays his 500th game. Popped out to right field his first time up. It'll be Jake and then Bryce Matthews and Christian Vazquez facing the lefty Noah Cameron. Jake grounds one towards the hole. Bobby Witt Jr. deep in the hole. Throw is not in time. Jake Meyers beats it out by a half step. Great attempt by Bobby Witt, but Jake's going to reach on an infield hit.
The ever aggressive Jake Meyers tried to sneak one past Bobby Witt, got the glove on it, just wasn't able to get it across the diamond in time to get a hustling Jake Meyers.
Made some plays like that at Dyken Park for Team USA.
Sure did.
Was a wizard with the glove in that WBC series. Here's Bryce Matthews, who grounded out to Bobby Witt his first time up. Hits this ball to center field. Back goes Cameron Meisner, still going back. He's at the wall, looking up. Tie game.
Wow, what a bomb.
Bryce Matthews in back-to-back games crushes a baseball. This one to straightaway center, and we're tied up at 4.
That is grown man territory out here at Kauffman Stadium. A no-doubter to center. As soon as he hit it, Matthews knew it. Bryce is right. Back-to-back games with a homer for Bryce Matthews.
Said yesterday's went 433. We'll wait to see how far today's is.
434.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. These are prodigious home runs Bryce is hitting.
Yeah, they are.
Bryce hit a bunch in Arizona, 3-1 series, hitting now his 6th home run of the season. His average distance on his home runs has to be right up there around Yordan territory, if not better.
I'm with you.
Now Vazquez reaches out on a 1-1 pitch and pokes it to second base for the out.
Got a hanging fastball out over the plate, but you can see the load and then the power on our matches from Supermose. He steps on it and leans back on it. He knew he got it too. Watch how far this goes. That went up on that second level in center field.
Ooh.
That is a great swing from Bryce.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Now Pena punches one towards third over the head of Garcia, floats in like a parachute landing as he drops one in just beyond the third baseman. And Jeremy has himself a 1-out base hit.
Just out of the reach of Michael Garcia. Cutter blows him up, but he's able to force that over the head of Garcia for that base hit.
Just kind of checked too. Jeremy now with a hit in 7 straight games against the Royals, going back to last season. hitting .500 during that stretch, and he's like, that's how you do it, Vinny. Just hit your 60-degree wedge just beyond the infield.
Nice, easy, comfortable swing, flop it out there.
And he leads into this guy.
Yeah, that too.
Here you see the batting average leaders this month. Jordan adding a single his last time up. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored, and now he bats with a runner on in a tie game in the 5th. Astros were down 3-0 and 4-2 in this game, and they've now tied it at 4.
Yeah, I'm petitioning to rename the month of June to Jordan.
It's a curveball dropped in for a strike. 0-1.
April, May, Jordan, July. He owns this month.
You're not wrong. Royals get their bullpen going for the first time. Cameron started the inning with 75 pitches. Kansas City has the right-hander John Schreiber warming up. Jordan with 24 home runs to lead the American League. Kyle Schwarber also with 24 home runs for the Phillies in the National League. That's off the end of the bat, and that's a beautiful thing. That's going to also check up, and Pena's going to try to go to third. Lane Thomas's throw not in time. Great hustle by JP on the floater by Jordan, who's now 2 for 3 and hasn't hit the ball hard his last 2 ABs.
He's got 2 knocks, and the speed of both of those may be adding up to one of the home runs from yesterday, but he'll take every bit of it.
And it's going to be the last batter that Noah Cameron faces. Cameron, who had only allowed 1 home run in his last 8 starts combined, gives up 2 tonight and leaves with runners on the corners and 1 out in the 5th in a tie game.
Astros tying it up with that Bryce Matthews home run. Still have runners at first and third, 1 out. Noah Cameron out of that game. There you see John Schreiber coming into this game in relief. This will be his first appearance in this series. 31st overall this season. He's pitched in 27 innings, has a good ERA at 2.67.
He'll face Christian Walker, who gave the Astros a 2-run home run his last time up, cut into that 3-0 lead to make it a 3-2 game. Now he can give Houston its first lead of the night with runners on first and third and 1 out. And the first pitch is a sweeper that he swings through. 0-1. Walker up to 51 RBIs on the year. Another sweeper that floats wide. It's 1-1. Schreiber's held righties to a 7 for 49 season, just a 143 average against.
Kind of a funky delivery, but he'll be fastball averaging 93. That last one in 95, but he throws a lot of sweepers.
See the base runners with 1 out. And he gets Christian Walker with that fastball. Big strikeout for the Royals. Schreiber gets the first strikeout in the second out of the inning.
It's the second strikeout for the Royals in this game.
Now Isaac Paredes will bat. Paredes has faced Schreiber more than anybody else on this team. He's 2 for 10 against him with a double and a home run. First pitch wide, 1-0. Home run came last year at Dyken Park on a sweeper against Schreiber. Sweeper at the bottom of the zone for a strike. 1-1. Hit hard to left. Backing up is Lane Thomas to make the catch for the final out of the inning. Isak hit it on a line, but he hit it right at the Royals left fielder. We're tied at 4.
The Connect Soccer jersey on Friday, June 19th, presented by Daikin Comfort Technologies. Get your tickets now at astros.com/promotions.
New ball game for Mike Burrows, who has left the mound each of the last 3 innings trailing, and now he's tied 4-4 as he pitches here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Then he passed Quintino, gets quick on that pitch. Slider hook foul. It's 0-2. As Quintino singled in a run his last time up to make it a 2-0 game and continue his hitting streak, which is now up to 8 games. That's down. It's 1-2. Benny last year had 32 home runs and 113 RBIs. This year he is sitting at 6-32, 70 games into the season. That's popped up. Isaac Paredes is going to make the catch right in front of Jeremy Pena. A little chest bump for the first out. And they're having fun. Michael Garcia, the batter. He has struck out twice on called 3rd strikes. Takes a first pitch above the zone, 1-0. Burrows with 5 strikeouts tonight. Ground ball, it's foul, and it's 1-1. Most strikeouts for Burrows in his last half dozen starts, including tonight, was 6 at Texas over 7 innings. Below the zone, 2-1. 4 runs, 7 hits for the Astros, 4 runs, 6 hits for KC. Into center. Jake Myers doesn't have to move very far. Out number 2. Burrows looking for his first shutout inning since the first. Also his first 1-2-3 inning since that inning as well. Jack Caglione has been problematic in terms of throwing strikes. He's walked him twice. Oh, and foul, 0-1.
Hasn't been able to land that changeup to Caglione. Been able to get ahead of him with the slider. Jam that heater in there. Didn't get the chase.
Ground ball to Walker on a couple of hops. Christian will take it himself and beat Caglione to the bag. That's a nice 1-2-3 inning for Burrows after the Astros tied the game in the top half. We're tied at 4 heading to the 6th in Kansas City. Presented by HEB. How about how good Josh Hader has been since coming off the IL? 5 no-hit innings in his return. He is not allowed to run. He has struck out 7, only 1 base runner via a walk. Hader has been outstanding in his return from the injured list. The Astros really missed him. He has solidified the bullpen and given the Astros the best bullpen in all of baseball since May the 15th with a 2.59 ERA and a 180 batting average against. Nobody else has better numbers in the Astros pen, and that is quite a flip from a bullpen that had been at the bottom for the first month and change of the season.
Yeah, it's been pretty impressive. Amazing what one guy just at the back end of the bullpen can give everybody a better idea of what pocket they might be coming into and maybe a little more well-defined roles.
Jose Altuve will lead things off. Jose with a 2-1 count as he takes that pitch off the plate. There you see Hader. Josh has not pitched in back-to-back games this year. Did pitch in the game last night, so not sure if we'll see him today. Royals with some changes in their defensive alignment. Pasquantino's out of the game, huh?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Jose down on strikes. Schreiber picking up his second strikeout of 3 batters he has faced, and 1 away in the 6th. But the head groundskeeper talking to Mark Wegner, the crew chief, in between innings.
Yeah, that's fun. Means that rain might be creeping a little bit closer, giving an idea of how far away it might be. Good system headed our way.
I don't think it's going to quite get here at 8, but sometime between 8 and 8:30 it looks like. Cam swings and misses. It's 0-2.
I'd prefer any time after this Cam Smith home run.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
So the changes the Royals made, Jack Caglione came in from right field. He's now at first base. Lane Thomas goes from left field to right field, and Isaac Collins is in left field. So Pasquantino out of the game. Cam down on strike. Schreiber continues to strike out right-hand hitters. Only Isaac Paredes put a good pass on him with a line drive to left. The other 3 have struck out.
Now that arm angle proving to be a little bit of an issue.
Astros have a quiet bullpen for now. Enyel De Los Santos might start warming up at the beginning of the inning. So Mike Burrows will be allowed to come out in the 6th inning. Burrows at 88 pitches through 5, and Enyel has not yet thrown a pitch, so he's not ready to come in next inning. Jake Myers with an infield hit in front of the Bryce Matthews 2-run home run. Tied up the game at 4 last inning. Jake now down in the count 0-2. Only 1 strikeout for Noah Cameron in his 4 1/3 innings, and now Schreiber's come in and struck out 3 of the 4 batters he has faced. And hitters from the right side were only 7 for 49 against them, but only 10 strikeouts before tonight.
Huh.
Surprising. Jake staying alive on the fastball off the plate. Royals in another close game. That's all they do. They play close games. They have been within 2 runs, either with wins or losses, for their last 8 games. They've been within 3 runs on either side of their last 10 games. Even last night, down 9-0, they figured out a way to make it a 2-run game. Count evens up 2 apiece on Jake Myers. Jake hits one to left center field pretty well, all the way back at the wall. That ball's gone. Jake Myers, playing his 500th major league game, breaks the tie. It's 5-4. Astros' first lead of the night.
Great. Jake finding that right. Took a hanging sweeper and punished it. Good for him. I was a hitter off. I thought Cam was going to do it, but Jake Myers picks it up. 419-footer to left center field.
Jake, who grew up not that far away, the AAA home of the Kansas City Royals in Omaha, hits one here in Kansas City, and it's a big one. The Astros were down 3 runs tonight. Now lead it for the first time. Here's the guy that tied it up with a swing last inning, Bryce Matthews.
A lot about it this season, the infield of the Astros picking up a lot of the big swings, but you start to get production from the outfield. This lineup just gets deeper and lengthier. That hanging sweeper to Jake, got his foot down, kept the hands back. What's this? Foot down recognition and then put a charge into it. That was a great swing on the recognition from Jake Myers.
Astros fan there
waving it out there.
Saying, let's go. Keep going. How about Bryce picking up a base hit after his 2-run home run? Well, Bryce now 5 for 10 on this road trip and 2 for 3 tonight. Dave Clark said you might want to look at seeing if you can get a stolen base here and give Christian Vasquez an opportunity with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, why not, right? Scoring position where Christian Vasquez has had a lot of success early on.
Omaha just about 150 or so miles north of Kansas City, where Jake grew up, so I'm sure he has family here in attendance. Matthews checked it first. Bryce is 2 for 6 in steals this year. He was 2 for 2, and he's been caught 4 straight times. He's got a pretty big lead here after that first disengagement. Stays, and the pitch is a strike. Astros with a run in each of the last 3 innings after the Royals scored in 3 consecutive innings from the 2nd to the 4th. Vasquez was flied to left and grounded out to second. Ground ball right side, gloved by the new first baseman Jack Caglione, and that'll be the final out of the inning. But the Astros take their first lead of the night thanks to that guy Jake Myers with a home run. It's now 5-4.
Comic strips of all time on Peanuts Night, Tuesday, June 16th. Be sure to purchase your Charlie Brown Astros jersey add-on while supplies last at astros.com/peanuts. TK?
All right, Lauren, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Mike Burrows working with a lead for the first time as he'll face the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Likely Burrows' final inning. We mentioned he's in the upper 80s in his pitch count, and Enyel De Los Santos is warming as the inning begins. Astros used 3 different pitchers last night for 2 innings or more. So Stephen Okert, AJ Blueball, and Nate Pearson probably unavailable tonight, which would leave Enyel De Los Santos, Brian King, and Alan Bersanta as possibilities. And there is Enyel De Los Santos. Brian Abreu would also be ready to pitch tonight. So the Astros might have just a 4-man bullpen, depending on whether Josh Hader can go back-to-back games for the first time this year.
Yeah, they might extend Mike Burrows a little bit into that 100 pitch mark. A lot of it's going to depend on base runners too. If he allows any base runners, that will influence how Joe Espada feels about it. A couple guys used yesterday.
Yeah, even though Pearson is only 15 pitches, that was 2 innings worth.
And Okert only throwing 28.
Jose Altuve can't make that diving play as his buddy Salvador Perez squeezes one past him into center field. And the Royals will have the tying runner on base here in the 6th inning. There's Michael Massey, who knocked in the first run of the game with an RBI single. And Joe Espada's not going to wait around. He's going to go to Enyel De Los Santos right here. So Burrows goes 5 innings plus 1 batter, and he will be lifted with a tying run on base in a 5-4 game in the 6th. Burrows throws 92 pitches tonight, and we'll be back with a pitching change after this.
Astros lead 5-4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Nobody out, man on first. Enyel De Los Santos into this game. 28 appearances before this one, has 29 2/3 innings pitched. His ERA just under 4. Some issues last night, but has 29 strikeouts in 29 2/3 innings pitched.
Enyel will face Michael Massey as the first batter that he'll deal with. The runner on first base. Nobody out in a 5-4 game. Hit hard past Christian Walker. Salvador Perez is running, so he won't be able to score. Cam Smith will get the ball back in. It'll be 2nd and 3rd. The Royals have the tying and go-ahead runners on. First pitch seen by Massey from Enyel De Los Santos is a line drive double.
The best in Texas power pitcher is presented by Ford. There you see the Astros bullpen since May 1st. 2nd in ERA, 1st in opponent average, opponent slug, and opponent OPS. De Los Santos is going to have to work out of some damage right here to keep that ERA going down.
Nobody out, infield in here with 2nd and 3rd, and Lane Thomas the batter. With Salvador Perez being the runner on 3rd, the Astros infield doesn't have to come all the way in on the grass. They have to come in far enough that they feel comfortable being able to throw out Perez at home plate.
And I can't imagine he's going on contact with nobody out. So if the ball's hitting the infield, he's going to hold his ground.
2-0 on Thomas, who has a home run in this game. And hit his 3rd home run of the season to make it a 4-2 game in the 4th inning. And so far, 3 off the plate from Enyel. That's going to be a challenge from Christian Vasquez, who got one earlier.
Call the ball. The catcher's challenging.
And he's just going to miss this one.
Confirmed. Houston has 1 challenge remaining.
Now 3-0 on Lane Thomas. Cameron Meisner's in the on-deck circle. There's a strike. Thomas struck out against Enyel in their only head-to-head matchup. That was a couple of seasons ago. And that's off the plate, ball 4 to load up the bases. So a double and a walk allowed by De Los Santos to start his outing. And now the Royals have the bases loaded in a 1-run game, and Cameron Meisner, the batter, with nobody out.
A little bit of a situation here. Sox going to play in a little bit. The middle of the infield's going to play back for that possible double play. Christian Walker is going to kind of be in that 3/4 position. He'll go where that baseball takes him. So you would imagine anything to Isak, he's going to come home up the middle. They're going to turn that double play and sacrifice the run.
Meisner not an easy guy to turn the double play against as he takes one off the plate for ball 1. Meisner this year in Omaha, 252 at bats, has not hit into any double plays. And only one in his major league career over 238 at bats. He's got a 2-0 count here. De Los Santos needs to find the zone in a hurry. Salvador Perez on third, Michael Massey on second, Lane Thomas on first, nobody out. Looper the other way, 2-2. De Los Santos looking for the strikeout here.
Yeah, I could use that swing and miss. Mike's going to that changeup at the lefties, but Meisner not trying to go after that one. Well down out of the zone and in the dirt.
Oh, rather large pitch coming here. Full count, bases loaded, nobody out. And he gets a pop-up. Will it stay in play? Paredes gives it a look by his dugout. Isak makes the catch. Huge out for out number one.
Take that too. That was beautiful. Got him to chase a fastball up out of the zone. Getting all kinds of love after catching those pop-ups.
Everybody loves Isak. Now a little meeting between Christian Vasquez and Enyel De Los Santos as Carter Jensen will bat. Jensen, tied for the team lead in RBIs, has moved into that leadoff spot. 11 of the last 12 games for the Royals. Bats here in a one-run game. Hold the string on the changeup. Beautiful 0-1. And that one catches the bottom of the zone, and now Enyel ahead 0-2.
One of the best pitches in baseball is a changeup pulled to the inside. Because as a hitter, you want that, see that front hip just kind of pulled out a little bit, because anything inside you anticipate it being a fastball, and then the pitch just never gets there and your hands shut down.
Now Enyel looking for a big K here. 0-2 pitch coming. Just enough to stay alive with the slider. Jensen has struck out 70 times this year, tied with Caglione for the most on the Royals. He hits one into left center field on the 2-strike pitch, and that is going to split the gap and go to the wall and score 3. Lane Thomas follows Massey and Perez home. That's a huge swing by Carter Jensen to give the Royals a 7-5 lead.
Huge swing from the young man. Stayed on that changeup down and away, and Enyel using that changeup to get ahead of him. Not a terrible pitch. Stayed up just a little bit, but a great swing from Carter Jensen, staying on it and hitting it hard enough to get into that gap to score 3. Huge swing in this game.
A couple of 2-strike pitches that were on the plate, maybe more than De Los Santos wanted, and that's going to be the end of his night. So this game keeps flipping. Royals scoring 3 in the inning to lead at 7-5.
City, the script being flipped on the Astros in the 6th inning. 3-run bases clearing double makes it 7-5 Kansas City. De Los Santos out of the game. Alimber Santa into this game. 10 innings, .90 ERA. He's done a very good job going multiple innings for the Astros. Last pitch in that Anaheim series gave up 3 runs, 0 earned.
So Aniel De Los Santos in back-to-back outings allowing 3 runs against the Royals. Also responsible for the runner on second base, Carter Jensen. Swing of the game by Jensen, clearing the bases and giving the Royals a 7-5 lead here in the 6th. The Blummer, we're getting notifications that we might not be playing baseball about 20 minutes from now, maybe half an hour from now, because there is a big storm brewing.
A lot of wind coming apparently too. Some alerts on the phone.
Like 80 mile an hour?
80 mile an hour winds predicted.
So the storm is about to descend on Kansas City in the next inning or so. It's 2-1 on Bobby Witt Jr. Another reason that swing by Jensen was so big. This one popped up. Cam Smith will have to come a long way from right. He will not quite get there. Cam couldn't make the catch on the Witt flare to right. And that'll put runners on second and third. That ball was up in the air for a while. Cam Smith may have not broken in initially, as the Royals now with runners on second and third.
Tough read for both Cam Smith and Carter Jensen. Even with that base hit, he had to hold his ground, waiting to see if Cam was going to be able to get in on that one and make the catch. The few times we didn't see him get a great jump, that could have been because of the swing by Bobby Witt Jr. on that sweeper. Still almost made the play.
Isaac Collins now with his first at bat. He is batting in Vinny Pasquantino's spot. Pasquantino lifted from the game, and he takes a called strike. Swing on a pitch down and in, 1-1. Royals with 4 hits in the inning now, 10 hits in the game. Let's see, Bobby Witt Jr. on any base hit to the outfield will probably score easily, even if Cam Smith is throwing in from right or Bryce Matthews from left. There's a strike. It's 1-2. Astros trying to keep this at a 2-run game. That's popped up. Bryce Matthews will get tested here. Carter Jensen tagging. Bryce's throw coming all the way home. He's done it again. Bryce Matthews continues to make great throws on this road trip, cutting down Carter Jensen. He threw it all the way to home plate, and a strike on that throw out.
Don't run on that man.
Stays 7-5 as we head to the 7th.
We home run to center field, and here we said red. They didn't listen to us. Bryce got behind it. Didn't get the greatest exchange, but made up for it with that rocket of an arm he's developed out there in the outfield. He let that thing go and got it all the way in the air and cut down Carter Jensen with room. A great double play to end that 6th inning. Santa appreciative.
So now the Astros only down 2 instead of 3 as they bat here in the 7th against a new pitcher for the Royals.
Here you see that pitcher for the Royals, Daniel Lynch, 4th coming in. 28 innings in 28 games. Lefties struggling against him with that .125 average. That doesn't seem to affect the guy on deck.
Astros now down 2 every half inning. The crew chief Mark Wegner meets with the head groundskeeper here in Kansas City as they discuss the radar, which is ominous to say the least. 1-1 to count to Jeremy Pena. Pena with a flare hit his last time up. He's 1 for 3. Pena, Yordan Alvarez, and Christian Walker due up, and Jeremy pops one into shallow right. Coming on is Lane Thomas. They'll put it away for the first out of the inning. Now Yordan Alvarez. Yordan hasn't smashed baseballs today, but he's still 2 for 3 with a couple of opposite field hits and a run scored. Daniel Lynch, the 4th. Lefty facing Yordan Alvarez. Big swing, no contact at the sinker. It's 0-1.
Yeah, good life out of that left arm from Lynch.
Yordan does not have a hit against Lynch in 3 career plate appearances. As he drops in the curveball for a strike, and Yordan down to the count 0-2.
Got news on Vinny Pasquantino.
Okay.
Right hamate injury. Between that and the obliques, it's an epidemic.
Let's go down to Lauren Callender. Actually, we'll keep it right here. Another 0-2 pitch coming to Yordan. Hits it to second. Michael Massey is there. And that's the second out. Now to LC.
Yes.
Two outs, nobody on. Here's Christian Walker. Apparently we're having communication issues and the microphone may not be working for Lauren as Walker takes one off the plate for ball 1. Christian hitting a home run back in the 4th inning is 1 for 3 tonight. That one's off the plate, 2-0. Christian's going to challenge that one. That was called a strike. Walker on the year has been
strike. The batter's challenging.
Walker on the year has been pretty good, 6 for 9 in challenges, and he's now 7 for 10.
The call's overturned.
Astros still have their 1 remaining challenge.
3-0.
Christian trying to get on base to bring the tying run to the plate. There's a strike. Christian hits one off the end of the bat down the left field line and is going to hook off the netting foul. Now the count's full. Royals led 3-0. Astros made it a 3-2 game. Kansas City added a run to make it 4-2. Then the Astros tied it in the 5th, went ahead in the 6th. And a big bases clearing double by Carter Jensen in the bottom of the 6th inning, giving Kansas City a 7-5 lead. Walker goes the other way with this fly ball. Lane Thomas backs up and makes the play. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Daniel Lynch, the 4th. Seventh inning stretch time here in Kansas City with the Royals leading 7-5. We're going to check back in Houston and join Esh and Bogey in our Rooms to Go lounge. Combined runs, 19 combined hits. Last night was a 10-8 win for the Astros. Tonight the Royals lead 7-5 as we head to the bottom half of the seventh inning. Michael Garcia will lead things off. Alan Bersanta still out there. Astros third pitcher of the night. Mike Burrows going 5 innings plus 1 batter tonight. Gave up 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. Last one coming around after he left the game. That's a fair ball, and Isaac Paredes makes the throw. We're out number 1, Michael Garcia. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the 7th. The grounds crew is poised behind the tarp in right field. It may rain in the next 10 minutes or so, and then it'll get really hard in about 20 to 25 minutes, and it's going to be a significant storm. You can start to feel the cool air move into the stadium.
Oh, I'm going to need a better attitude out of you.
I'm just telling the facts.
Freaking out, man.
Lauren Calendar with weather on the 9s. We'll have the update after this batter.
Yeah, they are poised. They got the rain gear on. That tarp out there.
This ball into center. Jake Myers freezes in his tracks, and he will make the play for out number 2.
It's like the memo in the Royals dugout is swing early and often.
Although they could play stall ball with the lead.
A couple of blown shoelaces, maybe that piece of dirt in my eye.
Astros are the one that wants to get back to hitting again.
Yeah, they appreciate the opportunity to maybe get back in the dugout a little bit quicker.
Now Salvador Perez had the base hit the last batter that Burrows faced. Goes after that slider. It's 0-1. The Royals are acting like the team that's trailing in this potential rain-shortened game.
Up there like Dory. Just keep swinging. Just keep swinging.
I didn't have that on my bingo card. That's down. It's 1-1.
Become more entertaining the more nervous I get.
Well, we know the evacuation route. We were told before the game. Fans are telling
fans to be told to seek shelter on the big screen right now.
Yeah.
We're going to keep calling the game, though. We're gamers.
We're gamers. We're good.
Where the bunkers are in this place. This is crazy.
Their big scoreboard in center field telling fans to seek shelter immediately because of inclement weather approaching. Yep. There you see the message.
And were you mentioning before the game how many games they had impacted by weather? Was that you?
13.
13.
13 of their first 70 have been impacted by weather.
Wow.
And obviously some of those are on the road and not here. That ball's punched towards Walker. He's going to pick it up on one hop and get to the bag. We'll see if we're still playing baseball in the next half inning. The Astros are down by 2.
In all Astros games, send your Houston Astros to Philadelphia this summer with the 2026 Konami eBaseball MLB All-Star Ballot. Vote 5 times daily at astros.com/vote. TK.
What do you think, Lauren? We're going to get dumped on soon? I think so. We got ushers that are telling people at the front of the sections you have to leave.
Yeah, I got an idea for Lauren. Go.
Yeah, Lauren, you might need to
come up,
shelter
hang out with us, or seek shelter. We don't need her down there.
Some fans did not want to go, but they are being asked to leave.
Yeah, they are, huh? It's crazy.
As the storm is pending here, the Astros still get to hit in the 8th. Once it hits here, it's going to be significant for about an hour at least. It's not the fastest moving system, but it is significant.
Yeah, with both wind and rain.
Yep. So we'll see how long we can go here as a tornado watch and wind advisory, up to 80-mile-an-hour winds associated with a storm. A lot of fans are adhering. The guys on the left side of the diamond, the Astros side of the diamond, are much more aggressive in getting the fans out.
Yeah, you're right.
Than the right side of the
First
diamond.
base side just kind of chilling.
First base side is just like, all right, we're season ticket holders. We're not moving. We sit behind the Royals dugout all year. That's going to be a hit by pitch to bring the tying run to the plate as Isaac Paredes gets hit by Matt Strahm on a 2-2 pitch. So the Astros will have the tying run at the plate here in a 7-5 game.
And skipped right off the top of the foot of Isaac Paredes.
And now Jose Altuve. Someone hitting a 2-run home run in this inning would not be a bad thing.
No.
Just in case.
Why not, huh? Oh, you called it, TK.
Jose Altuve ties it up at 7 with a storm pending. Tuve in the 8th inning makes it a 7-7 game.
Storm came early for Strahm. Jose Altuve on cue with TK and a request. Tie it up before that rain comes.
Number 6 on the year.
How do you do it?
And maybe with no clock in baseball, that one was ahead of the buzzer with this storm coming.
Todd Stradamus.
Tuve, second hit of the night, ties it up at 7.
Got a hanging slider and punished it.
Whole new ball game now as Cam Smith bats, and that guarantees Bryce Matthews will get an at bat this inning. And Bryce hit a home run against Strahm last night.
What? It is a what is going on? This is great.
Now Cam takes a strike. It's 0-2. Altuve had been fighting it on this road trip, but a single and a walk in the game last night and a couple of hits tonight, including that game-tying home run. 0-2 pitch into center. Making the play is Cameron Meisner. That's the first out of the inning.
Go back to Altuve hitting a 407-foot shot. No cheapies here. That one up out of the zone, and he tomahawked that thing.
The Astros' 4th home run in the last 5 innings. That cleared the bullpen. And just in time.
Wow. Wow. Under the wire.
A buzzer beater tying home run by Jose Altuve to make it 7-7.
If you're the Royals, that is 8 pitches too late to bring that tarp out.
Astros just in time tying it up at 7 on a Jose Altuve home run. And now we're going to have what we think will be a significant storm and a delay of at least an hour or so. They're already having trouble with the tarpaulin with the wind blowing, but this is going to be quite a scene here as they'll get the tarp on, and we are tied at 7 in the 8th. Jose Altuve saving the day with that swing.
Yeah, had a big swing. Then you had the line out from Cam Smith, and that immediately brings out the grounds crew. We know that the storm is not moving quickly. There's barely any wind here at the ballpark. And that's probably why the grounds crew is going to try and get this tarp on quickly before that wind kicks up and tighten that tarp down, because the last thing you want is that tarp to be flying. But with the fans leaving the stands and finding shelter, it is now time for us to maybe seek a little bit of shelter. We'll have to wait and see a little bit, but the tarp is on and the weather is coming.
We'll take a break and be back in this 7-7 game in the 8th. Blaring in the background, we are going to pause right here and
tied it up 7 apiece, and that's where we stand right now. 4 home runs in the game. Jose Altuve, a 2-run home run in the top of the 8th that my boy TK called. And then Kansas City's blown leads of 3-0, 4-2, and 7-5. And we're back playing baseball, and the Astros still hitting in the top of the 8th.
after the home run by Altuve, Cam Smith would line out. So there's 1 out in the inning. We're tied at 7. We'll pick the game up in the 8th inning with 1 out and nobody on. And Jake Myers, who in his 500th career big league game already has a home run and a couple of hits and a couple of runs scored, will lead things off. He'll face a new pitcher taking over after what will be about an hour-and-a-half delay. Alex Lang taking over for the Royals here in the top half of the 8th inning.
Rocking the 1980s mock turtleneck is Alex Lang. 29 games, 31 innings. His ERA is over 4. 18 walks in that 31 innings for him. Hasn't pitched in this series. Last outing was on the 3rd against Cincinnati. Gave the Royals an inning, struck out a couple of Reds in that outing. Slider, sinker, changeup, four-seam fastball. That four-seam fastball can get near 96 miles an hour consistently. And a little bit of a cutter.
Yeah, the walks have been prevalent lately. 5 walks in his last 5 innings. He will pitch here with 1 out and nobody on against Jake Myers, and then Bryce Matthews. We'll see if it gets beyond that. It has cooled down considerably since the beginning of this game with that storm going through. Started out at game time with a temperature of 84 degrees. It's currently 74 here in Kansas City. And the Astros tying it up with that Jose Altuve home run. Altuve with 2 hits in the game. Now we'll be ready to go. The delay started at 8:35. Be a little more than an hour and a half. It'll be the Royals' 14th weather impacted game of the year, and they have had rain delays of over 16 hours total. Ooh. With tonight's more than 90 minutes of delay. So here we go. It is a hearty group of Royals fans mostly, and some Astros fans that have remained after this long delay. We're going to start things up here with Jake Myers facing Alex Lang. Myers goes after the first pitch. Didn't waste any time after that 1 hour and 31-minute rain delay. Myers is 1 for 1 in his career against Lang with a single. So a 91-minute delay, and we're back underway. Jake hit one 419 feet his last at bat. All those home runs you showed in the highlight reel were all hit over 400 feet by the Astros.
They were bombs. You got to smash it to get out of this place.
There's a sharply hit ground ball. It's a trap by Caglione. That was a line drive off the bat of Jake Myers, but he hit it right at the Royals' first baseman for the 2nd out of the inning. Well, here's Bryce Matthews. Already with a 2-run game-tying home run and a single in this game. He's 2 for 3. Bryce shows bunt and takes a pitch down. Matt Strom started the inning, hit Isaac Paredes with a breaking ball, and then Jose Altuve tied it with a home run. Brian King warming up in the Astros pen. He'll have the bottom half of this inning. Pitch in to Bryce. It's 2-1. Lang is the 5th pitcher of the night for the Royals. Both teams with 7 runs, both teams with 10 hits. Astros still have an ABS challenge remaining. The Royals lost theirs, 2nd one in the 4th. Pitches in and the count's full on Matthews.
There's a changeup that leaked to the inside.
Price hits it to straightaway center. Meisner backing up will make the play for the final out of the inning. Astros with a couple of good swings against Lang, but nothing to show for it. We head to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 7.
In the box tonight, we're taking a look at Hunter Brown and what his numbers looked like across his 4 minor league starts. Hunter made his first rehab start in Corpus with the Hooks back on May 8th, throwing 2 innings, striking out 5, excuse me. And then the 3 following starts, his pitch count increased, his outings were longer, and he made his final rehab start Wednesday with AAA Sugarland, struck out 7 across 5, got that pitch count up to 78. And guys, as Joe Espada told us yesterday, we'll likely see Hunter back with the Major League club getting a start against Detroit in the next homestand. So lots to look forward to when we return, TK.
Yeah, great news. Hunter's first start since March will be in the next homestand as the Astros go to their 4th pitcher of the night.
Brian King is coming out of that Astros bullpen to make his 28th appearance. He's got great numbers on the season. 2.45 is his ERA. That whip at 1.33, more because of a little battle with wildness every once in a while. Gave the Astros 2/3 of an inning in last night's game, throwing 18 pitches. Had a walk and a strikeout in that outing.
So he'll face Nick Lofton as a pinch hitter for Michael Massey here in the 8th to lead things off, and Lofton takes one in for ball 1. It'll be Lofton, Lane Thomas, and Cameron Meisner scheduled to hit. Mentioned it last night. Brian King doesn't mind when you bring in a righty to hit against him because his numbers have been better against right-handers than left-handers in the last couple of years. Pitch is up. It's 2-1. King has held righties to a .217 average this year and a .577 OPS. Towards short, caught by Jeremy Pena in the air. That'll be out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th.
Our next telecast is presented by Kaplan Sinus Relief. It will be tomorrow. It's a day game on that Sunday getaway day. 12:30 p.m. is when coverage begins. Spencer Arrighetti toes the rubber for the Astros, going against Stephen Kolek.
Here's Lane Thomas. Thomas hitting a home run to make it a 4-2 game back in the 4th inning. He's also drawn a walk. He scored a couple of runs tonight. As he takes a strike, it's 1-1. King faced Thomas last night and struck him out looking as a pinch hitter for Cameron Meisner. Original crowd 17,881. That's been reduced by about 10% of that crowd. Second straight night, Lane Thomas goes down looking at a pitch from Brian King for a called 3rd strike.
Pretty good fastball that catches a lot of the plate and just locks Lane up.
Now the lefty Meisner will stay in the game and hit against King. Meisner 1 for 3 with an infield hit. Swings through that fastball. It's 1-1. Looks like Alex Lang will have the 9th inning as well for the Royals. Nobody warming up in their pen. Both teams are really limited in terms of bullpen options at this point. Astros likely have King and Brian Abreu available. And the Royals could have Lang and possibly Beck Way or Eli Morgan. Both teams using up their bullpens last night with starters going 2/3 of an inning apiece. Tatsuya Imai for the Astros and Luinder Avila for the Royals. Just missed. 2-2.
Yeah, pretty good pitch. Maybe just off that outside edge and down. Didn't get the chase.
That's going to be back in the crowd, or what's left of it. Astros and Royals knotted up at 7, bottom half of the 8th. And just missed outside. Good take by Meisner to get to a full count. Carter Jensen, who thought he was going to be the hero of the game with that bases clearing double, is on deck if Meisner reaches. Into left field, Bryce Matthews will go back to the warning track and make the catch for the final out of the inning. Hit pretty well the other way by Meisner, but he is the last out of the 8th. We head to the 9th, all tied at 7.
And trivia question: who are the only 2 Astros lefties besides Jordan to have 95 or more RBI in a single season? I told y'all not to overthink it too much. Kyle Tucker did it in 22 and 23. Jose Cruz in 84. Cheo was my first guess, guys. I totally forgot about Kyle Tucker because it was not that long ago.
There you go. Tucker did it in back-to-back seasons, so only 3 in Astros history. Jordan will bat 3rd in this inning. It'll be Joey Loperfido leading off as a pinch hitter for Christian Vasquez. As the Astros hit the ball hard against Alex Lang the last inning, but hit it at Royals defenders for a couple of outs. So he started the game last night in left field. Went 0 for 3 with a walk. See, his career numbers as a pinch hitter have been very good. Now down on the count, 0-2.
Good swing on that cutter from Joey, just trying to find a way on. Let's create some traffic for the top of the lineup.
One and 2 the count. That misses 2-2. Astros last inning, Jake Myers hit one 103.2 off Lang, and Bryce Matthews hit one 104.8, but they were both outs. Joey slices one the other way. It'll stay 2-2. Either what's remaining of the 17-881. Good job by Trevor Vance, the head groundskeeper, and his crew to get this field in good playing shape after the heavy rains. Had a lot of practice. Off the plate, 3-2 to Joey.
Nice work, Joey. Find your way on that bag, get you a good pitch to hit, be ready for it.
Lang has issued his share of walks, averaging 1 per outing here in the last 5 appearances. Another one out of play. Lang has been with the Tigers his whole career until this year. 5 years with Detroit. And that is off the plate. Great plate appearance by Joey Loperfido to draw that leadoff walk.
Really was. That cutter tried to get back on that outside corner, never did, and Joey earns his way onto first base to get things going.
Time now to reveal the results of tonight's Chevy Stroll poll. We asked you in the Negro League Museum, which player do you think is the most iconic? And everybody loves Satchel Paige. 73% of the vote wins tonight's Stroll poll. Thanks to those who voted in tonight's poll. Here's Jeremy Pena. Pena 1 for 4, has hit the ball hard twice today. Has been swinging the bat well against Kansas City overall. This time he pops one up behind the plate, giving it a look, and running out of room is Carter Jensen. Pennsylvania pops one into shallow left, coming on Isaac Collins. He'll make the catch for out number 1, and here comes the big man.
Another opportunity to be the difference maker.
Yordan Alvarez, another 2 hits tonight. He's 2 for 4, a couple of opposite field base hits. Go ahead run on first base here with 1 out in the 9th. Takes a fastball off the plate. Yordan sees a lot of curveballs when he has faced Alex Lang. 12 of the 16 pitches he has seen have been curves in the past. He gets a fastball here. It's 1-1. Yordan has a double, a walk, and a ground out in his 3 plate appearances against Lang. Seeing mostly fastballs. That one's up. It's 2-1.
Yordan hasn't offered it one yet. So it kind of makes you wonder if he is sitting on that off speed maybe. Waiting for that one. Got it. Just missed it. That was the sinker at 97.
Ground ball over the head of Caglione into right field. Joey Loperfido goes first to third. Hit number 3 on the night for Alvarez.
Picking on the drawn in Caglione, holding on Joey Loperfido, and he just chops it over his head. Just pounded that one in the dirt, and it jumped off the front of the plate into right field. So the Astros have some action here.
Yordan with 3 hits, a chopper, and a couple of hits to left field. None of them hit all that hard. Now Christian Walker. Go ahead run on third base, 1 out. Walker's had success against Lang as he takes a pitch for a strike on the outside edge, 0-1.
Looking for something he can drive to the outfield.
3 career plate appearances. He has a walk, a double, and a single against this right-hander. Ground ball towards short. Could be 2. Witt goes to the second baseman Lofton, and they throw the ball away. They throw the ball away, and the Astros will take an 8-7 lead on a routine double play. The new second baseman Lofton threw it wide, and Caglione couldn't make the play.
Incredible. The Astros catching a huge break right there, because that was as routine as it can get. Just a 1-2 hopper, the flip. No need to rush it. And Lofton, it looked like he yanked it to the outside of the diamond.
Yeah, that's wide.
Yeah, that was just way wide.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
That is a gift run right there. As routine of a double play as it gets, and the Royals don't turn it. First error of the game gives the Astros an 8-7 lead in the 9th. Brian Abreu warming up. It looks like he's going to now have a save opportunity in the bottom half of the 9th. At the top of the order to deal with for the Royals. That almost hits the helmet of Isak. Instead, it's just a ball, 1-1. Those would love to get another run or 2 across here. Isak 0 for 3 with a hit by pitch tonight. Sends that one foul on the right field side. Not charge an error on a double play, but they have given an error to Lofton on that throw.
Wasn't that the saying, you can't assume the double play?
Nobody else advanced on that wide throw, but that's strike 3. We're going to head to the bottom of the 9th. It will be the top of the order due up. Brian Abreu would try to close it out. Astros lead 8-7.
Astros for Barbie Game Day on Saturday, June 20th. Fans can enjoy Barbie-themed activations located around the ballpark and get a Barbie Game Day Sherpa Bag add-on package. Learn more at astros.com/Barbie. TK?
All right, Lauren, we go to the bottom of the 9th, and the Astros have an 8-7 lead.
There you see right-hander Brian Abreu, 26 games this season. Not a typical season for Brian Abreu, but a real opportunity right here to pick up a save, with the Astros picking up a run in the top of that 9th inning.
He's got Carter Jensen, Bobby Witt Jr., and then Isaac Collins due up. Remember, Collins is hitting in Vinny Pasquantino's spot, who left with an injury earlier tonight. First pitch is a slider for a strike, 0-1. Jensen had a huge double his last time up that gave the Royals a 7-5 lead at the time. Cleared the bases with that 3 RBI double. He has 2 doubles and a ground out. He's hit the ball very hard tonight, 100 miles an hour or better in 3 of his 4 at-bats. Colin Price is the new catcher for the Astros. Christian Vasquez was lifted for a pinch hitter. Joey Loperfido would walk and eventually score the go-ahead run. That's high in the air, shallow center. Back goes Pena, coming in Jake Myers, who wants it. It's going to be Pena staying with it for the catch in the out. Number 1, huge out to get the leadoff hitter.
Yeah, that is, keeping that leadoff hitter is massive. Good job by Jeremy Pena, ranging into shallow center field to be able to make that play for Brian.
Now Bobby Witt Jr., 2 for 4 tonight. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Paredes playing right on the line, playing no doubles for Witt Jr. And he still ends up with the ball in the left field all the way to the wall. Even with no doubles, hard to protect against that. Bobby Witt Jr. with his 3rd hit of the game. It's a 1-out double in the bottom of the 9th. He's the tying run.
Swinging the bat well tonight is Bobby Witt Jr. and that slider just didn't get to the spot that Abreu wanted to, and it stayed over the heart of the plate. Bobby Witt Jr., you're going to see right here, stayed on it and raked it all the way to the wall out there, and that's an easy double with his speed.
Now Isaac Collins, the batter.
Got to make sure you stop his feet at second base.
He has 24 steals on the year, tied for first in the American League coming into tonight. Line drive caught by Pena. They can double him up. Altuve is on the bag. That's a double play to end it. Astros win 8-7 on a line drive that Witt thought was going to go to the outfield. What a win! A 2-run home run by Altuve, a buzzer beater before the rain delay, and then the Astros get it, a run in the 9th on a misplayed double play ball, and they win it on a double play line drive.
That's incredible. Some of the fundamentals in this game have led to the Astros winning this ball game, fighting back a couple of times from down to win this game 8-7. And I would even go back to that 7th inning where Santa only threw 7 pitches, with the Royals swinging at the first pitch and making a quick inning of it, gave the Astros an opportunity to tie it up. And then you got some bad defense and a double play on your side, and that's game over. Ball not hit very hard off the bat of Collins. Bobby Witt Jr. assumed it was going to be over the head of Jeremy, who leapt up there, and then the lead pass gets that second out. Great play.
Wow.
Take advantage of it. If they're giving you outs, you got to take them.
I love the flip by Pena, leading Altuve right to the bag for the game winner. What a win for the Astros, 8-7, as they win it after the 91-minute rain delay. Coming up, it'll be the Astros postgame show presented by Whataburger, Kevin Eschenfelder, Brian Bogusevic, with help from Lauren Callender. A lot to dissect in this one. Astros with a come-from-behind win. They have a chance for the sweep tomorrow. Postgame show next.